Okay, hi guys. So this is tip of the week. It's one thing we keep going on our channel now. Okay, so my tip of the week for everybody, if you own a fish finder, the biggest mistake I see everybody making when they own a fish finder is when it comes to the power and the plugs. As we know, electricity and water are not the best of friends. So with a typical unit like this Garmin unit, you'll obviously have the power cable and you'll have the transducer cable with the little plugs. Okay, these plugs obviously are very finicky. They have like tiny little copper things, but I mean, it fits into the back of the unit, which is very thin things, you know. So it's not something that's like super strong or going to last forever. So other than keeping it clean, my tip is this. On a kayak, we have a battery system that obviously powers your unit. Okay. What we don't have is we don't have a switch or an ignition like you have on a boat, which turns the power off. So the mistake that everybody makes is they'll take the power cable. Okay, so I'll plug it in like it. So it's plugged in. So imagine this is on your kayak and it's plugged in and it's connected. Okay. You hit the beach, you finish fishing, you've rinsed everything, and now you're at home and you're like, now you think, well, I'm going to take my fish finder lid off and I'm going to rinse my fish finder. Okay. What does the guy do? He unplugs his fish finder, which he thinks is perfectly fine. The problem is the battery is still connected. So the battery is sending power through the cable, all right? When you unplug it, if there's any moisture from rinsing and everything, obviously that touches on the cables and it speeds up the corrosion of the plug. So if you want to prolong the life of your plugs and keep them clean and keep the corrosion clean off them, I mean, look, you're going to get some corrosion, but it's a matter of looking after it. So it's the same with the transducer. Don't go unplugging the transducer, okay, while you're powered to your battery, because it's the same thing. There will be electricity, there will be power coming from the battery into the unit, and you'll get a bit of moisture and you'll speed up the corrosion on the plugs. So to prolong these plugs, all I ever do when I finish fishing, first thing I do, in case, is undo the battery plug, disconnect your battery, take your battery out your kayak. Now, I would say you can now fiddle with your plugs and head off to clean your unit if you want to. Obviously, the less unplugging and plugging of your fish finder possible is better, but we all must clean them, we must keep the cables clean. So my tip of the week is always unplug your battery or remove the power from your battery to your unit first, before you do any cleaning or any fiddling with cables, power cables or transducer plugs or anything. Just know that no power, less chance of corrosion. And then of course when it comes to cleaning, make sure you use a good spray or something to clean your unit. One of the popular ones we use in South Africa is a spray called Spark. Okay, you find the Spark, you spray the back of the unit, spray the plugs, look after it. If you're really finicky, you can get an old toothbrush, or if your wife's irritating, you could use a new toothbrush and clean the plugs, and yeah, and then you're for away and keep your unit. That'll prolong the life of your unit, specifically by looking after your power cables and your transducer cables. And I hope that tip helps.